Hello, everyone. I'm Karan. I hope you're all doing well today.
In this video, I want to share with you the story, the most inspiring business story of Howard Schultz, the guy who turned Starbucks into a global icon. Howard didn't grow up dreaming of being a billionaire. He wasn't born into wealth or privilege. In fact, his childhood was really tough. He grew up in the Brooklyn housing project, the kind of place where every day felt like you had to fight just to keep your head above water. His father worked tough jobs, delivery driver, factory worker, anything he could find. And one day, his dad slipped on ice and he got badly injured. No insurance, no benefit, no support. Their family was stuck. And that moment, something hit Howard deeply, very hard. He was just a kid. Imagine as a kid facing problems like Howard. It's hard to imagine, right? So one day, he promised himself. He promised him that if he will ever have a chance to build something, he will make sure that the people who will work for him will never go through what his father did. As he grew older, Howard worked hard to get out of that environment. He became the first in his family to go to college. After graduation, he worked in sales and eventually became the marketing director for a company selling coffee machines. And that job, which he didn't even love at first, changed his life forever. One day, he visits a tiny coffee company in Seattle, just a small shop selling coffee beans. This shop was called Starbucks, and that moment he walked in, something clicked. He said it felt like a magic. The smell, the passion, the vibe. He knew this place had something special. Even it didn't look like a business yet. Later, he takes a trip to Italy for work. And this is where everything changes. In Italy, coffee is not just a drink, it's a culture. Espresso bars are everywhere. People standing, chatting, taking a moment away from their busy day to connect. It wasn't about caffeine, it was about the community. Howard came back to America with one big idea. Starbucks should be more than a shop. It should be a place, a third place, a home away from home. He pitches the idea to the Starbucks founder and they turn him down. They didn't want to change their business model. Most people wouldn't have accepted it. But Howard was different. He believed in that vision so strongly that he quit and started his own small chain called Giornell. And let's be honest, that was not easy. He knocked on door after door, trying to convince investors. He heard no nearly 200 times, but he didn't quit. His little coffee shops started to work. People loved the atmosphere. They loved the idea of place you could relax, talk, read or think. And then life handed him a twist. The original owners of Starbucks decided to sell the company Howard saw the opportunity. He fought to raise 3.8 million again and again, and it was rejection after rejections. But he finally did. In 1987, he bought Starbucks. From that moment on, he poured his entire vision into it. Starbucks was not going to be about selling drinks, it was going to be about creating an experience. From the music, to the lighting, to the chairs, to the smell, everything was intentional. And he didn't forget his promise to himself. He gave employees health insurance, even part times. Imagine that a coffee shop giving benefits that didn't exist back then. He offered a stock options. He called employees partners, not workers, because he knew what his dad went through. He didn't want anyone at Starbucks to feel unprotected or unvalued. Starbucks grew and grew from a handful of stores in Seattle to thousands of stores around the world. Today, it's almost impossible to go to a city without finding a Starbucks on the corner. But what people forget is that none of this started with the money. It started with a kid from the projects who had a vision and the courage to hear no again and again and still keep pushing. Howard Schultz built Starbucks not just by selling coffee, but by creating a place where people feel they belong, a place between home and work, a place where thousands of people start their day, take a break, or reconnect with someone important. And that's the beauty of his story. It's not really about coffee, it's about belief, courage, resilience, and caring for people. So the next time you walk into a Starbucks, take a moment, look around, the cozy chairs, soft music, the vibe, all it came from one man journey, the one man childhood promise, a one man belief that business should start with a heart. His story inspired a lot of people like me, like us. Thank you for listening to the story, and I will bring more stories like this in this channel.
Please don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this. I'll be back again with new stories.